All right, so in this lesson, I want to take a look at documenting sources and avoiding plagiarism. And this is going to be a beginning lesson. This is something that we're going to extend throughout the course of the school year, and we're going to learn a lot more about. But I want to get some basics down before we start writing. All right, so what does it mean to document a source? Well, we have to show where our evidence came from. Right? Without documentation, a writer or a speaker could be lying, or they could be misrepresenting the evidence, or they could be stealing someone else's research. So we document our things, and we also, our sources, and we also look at other people, other writers and speakers, and look to see if they have documentation, right? I had a principal I worked for years ago who would say, well, research shows that, and finally I got so sick of that I would just say to him, what research? Can you provide your sources here? And he actually kind of stopped saying that to me, because it was like, without that documentation, and I don't think he was lying, and I don't think he was misrepresenting the evidence. I mean, he was a really honest guy and a good principal, but if you're not going to document your sources, you have to stop saying, well, according to sources. It's like, okay, what sources, right? And so why do we document sources? Well, we do it to give credit to the source of our evidence, right? Researchers are out there hard at work, uncovering evidence, putting evidence together, making claims, and proving it. And then once a claim has been proven, it becomes new evidence for someone else's work. We need to give credit to those people. Very often they are not highly paid people, and very often they're doing it to advance science or some other field of human knowledge. And so when we give credit to them, we help them out. We advance their career, we advance their prestige as researchers, and so we kind of owe it to them. It's kind of how we pay them. Right? This also helps our readers find more information. I've been stumped in my own research before, but because I found a good source that documented its sources, suddenly I had dozens of new sources, and that really helped me as a reader and a researcher. And finally, when we document our sources, it shows that we know what we're talking about. It shows that we have the evidence to back up our claims. I think that might be the most important reason. I mean, most of us are like, okay, what's in it for me? Well, what's in it for you is that you are more believable and your argument is stronger, and that you're not just kind of talking out of the back of your head, that you actually know what you're saying here, right? And so this brings us into citing. Citing is another way of saying document your source, right? To cite a source, or to put citations into your speeches and writings, means that you show where your evidence comes from. In other words, you've documented it. Okay, and so let's take a look at some basic citations here, and this is the way I'm going to ask you to cite your evidence for the first few months of school here while we're mastering the basics. I would want you to say something like, according to webmd.com, right, that's my citation, right? Or Professor Sarah Jimenez, on to the rest there, that's my citation. Or say on page 93, right, assuming my audience knows what book I'm talking about, that on page 93 is my citation. So this is the way I'm going to ask you to do basic citations, like I said, for the next couple of months until I ask you to step it up a little bit. And so we'll look at more complicated ways to cite and document your evidence this year, and we'll also look at a larger variety of ways to do it, so that you have, you don't want to do it the same way all the time. That's going to make your writing and speaking very boring. And so we might be a little bit boring at first, but as we look at a greater variety of ways to do this, your writing and speaking will become more interesting. And that's it.